It was late June 1999 when Felicia Lamowitz, a 29-year-old housewife and mother, was allegedly abducted and murdered by an assailant that entered their home. Her husband, Norman J. Lamowitz, also suffered psychological trauma as a result of the incident. It was a single footprint that would pave the path to solving the mystery of Felicia's gruesome disappearance. Mr. and Mrs. Lamowitz have lived in Beavers Bluff for 4 years and had become a well-known family for their hard work and friendly company. Like most days, Mr. Lamowitz is at work, and his wife Felicia is at home raising their son.
They was a great family. Give the shirt off their back if they had to. Anything. They even let me borrow the bush hog one time. I mowed my whole front yard with it. They make good sausage too. Beaver sausage was their specialty. It's a shame. I'm gonna miss that beaver. Sausage.
They bought a home on Bumble Street, and their new careers were prospering. Life was looking good for the Lamowitz family. But things would take a turn for the worst. On June 22, 1999, just after lunch, Mr. Lamowitz calls his wife from work and receives no audible answer.
I can't describe these feelings that I was having. It was like a wave of emotion opening up my body. She always answers her text messages and her cuddle calls. Felicia always answers. At this moment, I knew my life was going to change forever.
Mr. Lamowitz, relatively concerned, calls his boss and asks to go home early.
Hey, boss. Yep, Felicia's not picking up her phone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's dead.
His boss acknowledges his urgency and allows him to go home.
I'm familiar with their relationship. Mrs. Lamowitz always answers her phone. I could tell by the tone of Norman's voice that something was wrong. I mean, she was killed. That would really suck. Most of the time I let him off early, especially when he's got the 2 for $1 taco deal. But I told him to hurry up because I don't pay him to check for corpses.
On the way home, Mr. Lamowitz is stirring inside, waiting for a response from Felicia. Texts pour in, but none of them are from Felicia. When Mr. Lamowitz gets home, he reaches to the back seat of his black 2015 Jeep Cherokee for his coat. However, he gets pricked by a cute baby porcupine. On the porch, Mr. Lamowitz notices that the front entrance is unlocked. Inside and up the stairs, there is a blanket on the ground in the living room, and water spilled on the kitchen table.
I immediately knew when I got home that there was something wrong. We always have our doors locked at the house, and it appeared there was an altercation in the kitchen and the living room. I knew my life was crashing before me.
Who would want to hurt Felicia? Why would they want to hurt her? She has no known enemies. It has been nearly 30 minutes since Felicia Lamowitz has been missing from home, and her husband, Norman, hasn't made any progress. There are, however, clues that point to a sinister and ultimately deadly altercation. Upon further investigation, Mr. Lamowitz discovers a part of a snack on the blanket in the living room, and this raises his suspicion. Food is not allowed in the Lamowitz living room. When sent to the lab, real scientists identify the snack as part of a pretzel, and it is well known Felicia does not like pretzels.
We knew when we received the snack sample that it would contribute to solving this mystery.
Yeah, Mr. Lamowitz, she does not care for pretzels. As far as I know, pretzels are one of the deadliest foods out there. I think they're banned over in Europe.
There was one known suspect in the neighborhood that enjoyed pretzels. And that is Bandit, the local raccoon, who was also a recovering rabies survivor. He is always spotted eating pretzels out of the trash. Mr. Lamowitz wondered if Bandit's insatiable hunger for pretzels had taken a desperate turn for the worst. Or perhaps it was a rabies relapse.
I had wondered if there was an altercation between the two of them. We were out of pretzels and Felicia had to head to the store to get more. This could have triggered Bandit.
Mr. Lamowitz then finds footprints leaving the home, but match a pair of uncomfortable boots that Felicia hasn't worn in quite some time. Why would there be boot tracks leaving the Lamowitz home? Why would the intruder switch out his shoes for the uncomfortable boots when transporting her body to the car? Nobody likes to wear uncomfortable boots. Photos of the footprints go to the lab, and an intriguing discovery is made. A second portion of the pretzel is found. When compared to the original, create a complete bite-sized snack.
When we received the second snack sample, we took it to the lab and had it reconstructed with the original snack sample, which created a composite bite-sized snack.
The complete pretzel snack and the footprints leaving the Lamowitz home are clues that lead investigators toward a new theory. Perhaps Bandit had worked together with another assailant to dispose of Felicia's body.
As you can see by the evidence that we uncovered here with the footprint, that the footprint was approximately 22 centimeters deep. And this indicated that the person of the footprint is approximately 120 pounds. Now Bandit the raccoon, he's not off the scale yet, because now we've determined that there might be a second perpetrator in this particular crime. So that leads us to change our theory up a little bit, and there's the possibility that Felicia herself might be involved.
It was at that time investigators contacted Mr. Lamowitz to inform him that the footprints found in front of the Lamowitz home matched the weight and walking patterns of Felicia Lamowitz.
After finishing my beef and cheese sandwich, which was delicious, and of course reviewing the evidence, and determined that the suspects may have attempted to make the evidence look like Felicia had left the house herself. Now, considering that Felicia had wore the most uncomfortable boots that she had, there's the possibility that she was trying to send a signal to her husband.
But before any investigation could transpire, Mr. Lamowitz would hear the front door being unlocked. It was then that Felicia, in good health, would walk through the door with their son, Philip.
When I saw Felicia, I was stunned. With the door being unlocked, the house in complete ruin, she was the last person I expected to walk through that door.
Felicia's phone had died earlier that morning, and she needed to head to the store to purchase more pretzels for Bandit. Leaving her cell phone behind to charge, Felicia drove to the store to purchase more pretzels. Mr. Lamowitz, realizing the circumstances, would then return to work, only to find that his boss was nowhere to be found.